Hell's Kitchen lightning return style. We're going to restart the recording. There we go. Let me make sure the video has started. It has. Perfect. Alright, everyone. We're moving on. Let's go find Gordan Gourmet.
Of the Lord, recognized by...
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied. I see. Seedy's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. Seedy's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordan Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see... Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? All right, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the Glutton's Quarters should do.
The 6 most popular restaurants in the world are found in the Glutton's Quarter. Eat at all 6 establishments and report your findings to Gordan Gourmet. Alright. I'm gonna go open up this,
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder.
It can cost all my EP, but I want it.
She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous...
Hey, a locket pendant. I don't know what that does, so we'll find out later.
Welcome. We have a popular selection of sweets.
Alright, let's get your Chaos Parfait.
Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
Fuck you, don't patronize me.
That was useful information, but you still have more to learn. You should visit more restaurants in the Glutton's Quarter.
Oh, apparently I failed. That sucks. That still killed them all, huh?
Not a bad victory.
Alright. Give me some of my EP back. We're gonna need that, so. Alright. Let's go up here, I think there's one, and then we'll work our way down. Oh, look, there's that guy.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous...
And how might I be?
No, I don't want anything from you.
Thank you very much.
Standards.
Welcome. How can I be of help?
Let's get green cherry.
From the elegant simplicity of straight spirits on the rocks to complex and fruity concoctions with little umbrellas, we serve all kinds of drinks. Cocktails can be served chilled or warm, shaken or stirred. Everyone has their own preferences. We encourage customers to consult with our staff to create the perfect cocktail to accompany their evening.
So you're one person?
Light, I'm glad you're enjoying all the food, but I hope...
Fuck off, Hope.
This is the Glutton's Quarter. A paradise for gourmands.
Step right up. Get the best meat and kebabs in Houston.
Let's try the Bahi Burger.
Our
meat
Burger
is
and bun.
directly from the wildlands. We use only natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. Grilling and roasting are the best. The key is knowing how to seal in the juices and flavors. And we do that better than anyone else.
Alright. Mastered the way of the rotisserie.
You're gonna be a real food connoisseur by the time this is over. You just have 3 more restaurants left to visit.
Fishy
Every one of our
flavors.
fish is fresh caught and delicious.
Starfish and chips, grilled desert Sahagin, and Dragonite sushi. Or Dagonite. I'm gonna say Dragonite.
We get our seafood fresh every morning. Comes straight out of the ocean. Tastes great raw or grilled. A chef is even more important when preparing uncooked dishes. The way you slice a tuna makes all the difference in the world.
You have mastered the way of the poissonnier.
2 more places, Light, and you'll have managed to sample all the popular restaurants of the Glutton's Quarter.
Search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous
Come
weapon.
enjoy the healthy fruits of the
Citizens are
earth.
asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest
Pea soup,
security
ugh.
officer.
Gishel stew or silkus roast. Let's try Gishel stew.
Even kids who hate greens love my veggie dishes.
The hell are you wearing a jack o'
Vitamins in
lantern?
vegetables are determined by their color. You want a wide variety for a well-balanced diet.
You have mastered the way of the entremetier. Alright. Yes, no, I am, or hope, I am well aware of how many I have dealt with. I guess I need to eat at the restaurant where I started the quest too.
Up there, Light. You have 1 more restaurant left to visit.
Hope, seriously? Fuck off, kid. I think Hope forgets that you actually know how to count, or assumes that you do not. Your ability to count has been taken with your emotions.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon.
Welcome.
Citizens are asked to report persons
Snow
matching this
Special, Hot Day, and Bacchus Brew.
security officer.
When offering a complete dining experience to discerning patrons, superb food and excellent drinks are not enough. One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining space from the viewpoint of my customers, the comfort, the decor. Our customers want more than just a meal. They come for the memories they can savor for years to come.
You have mastered the ways of the garçon. I've mastered the ways of the boy? That's weird.
You visited all the best restaurants. What do you say, Light?
Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If Seedy's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at Seedy's and at the best establishments in Yusnan. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old Seedy's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say, the best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about Seedy's? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles. Let me be specific. Once upon a time, Seedy's recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about Seedy's.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice, his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success, he just needs the final ingredient.
Civet Musk. Civet Musk, Seedy special ingredient, can be obtained from the beast Schrodinger in Central Avenue. Defeat the monster and show Gordan Gourmet the item. Well, funny thing, I already did that.
Ha! I recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found Civet Musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. Seedy's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of Seedy's, for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to Seedy's together with the Civet Musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and Seedy's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Alright.
Lightning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of Seedy's told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that ran away from home when the restaurant started struggling? Great minds, Hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
She has
And that's why Gordon won't meet Seedy's owner.
enormous weapon.
But he still clearly wants to help out. Let's
Hand over Gordan Gourmet's
Gordan
recipe.
Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this Civet Musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordan Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordan Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to Seedy's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
Alright.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway.
The delicious dish restores all of your HP. Well, funny thing about
Wow.
that.
This might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordan Gourmet.
Steak a la civet. Alright.
There's a supply rail that runs through the area. That'll be your means to sneak in.
She has rose
was meeting up at 6 p.m. You have
Citizens
to be
are
at
asked
the
to
gate to the
report
industrial.
persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
Do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at Seedy's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh, yes. A perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight. A theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? Well, what do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of Seedy's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordan Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what Seedy's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes.
Now let's get to it, shall we? Together.
We'll make Seedy's a success again!
Quest complete. 2,300 gil, 40 HP, 6 strength, 3 magic. Pretty decent reward, I think.
That went well. A microcosm of culinary delight, did he say? That sounds rather tasty to me. Was it as good as he said?
Want me to pick you up some takeout?
You know what I'd prefer over that? If sometime you made me one of your specialty dishes.
I haven't spent much time in kitchens, but if you want something off a campfire grill, maybe I could rustle something up. I was never as good a cook as Sarah, but I have been told that I grill a pretty mean behemoth steak.
Alright. So, looking at my spreadsheet, what quests do we have available next? There's 2 that open up at 11. One of them is up over here.
Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
She appears somewhere up on this this strip here.
This way, ladies, and all you palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder.
So I'll look around for enemies in the meantime.
She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons
Hey, a silvered
matching
medal.
this description to the nearest security officer.
I love how they play Battle of the Big Bridge here. So it's an interesting rendition of it.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest
Oh, look at this.
security
Another medal. A bronzed medal. You little shithead.
You've just been robbed. It was that little boy.
Hello again.
Guards are
Come on,
conducting a search
you
for
know
the
what I
intruder
want.
calling herself the
Damn
Savior.
it,
She has
here.
rose-colored hair.
If you
and
don't
is
smarten
carrying
up,
an
next
enormous
time I'll call the
weapon.
guards.
Next
Citizens
time
are
you
asked
won't
to
catch
report
me.
persons
You
matching
have to
this
stop
description
this.
to the
What
nearest
would your
security
parents say?
officer.
Who cares? Because I don't.
Little shithead.
The sun burns my eyes.
Okay, so she should be appearing somewhere along this path.
The gate that leads to the industrial area opens at 6. If you miss that opportunity, you'll have to wait until
She
the
has
next day for your
rose-colored
next
hair
chance to
and
sneak
carrying
in.
an enormous weapon.
Be careful to be on
Citizens
time
are
to
asked
get the
to
door
report
open.
persons matching 11 a.m. to the nearest
I can tell you're pretty upset. You want to tell me about it?
What good would that do? You can't teach me how to sing again, can you?
You forgot how to sing?
My voice is
Be
just
sure to drop by
gone.
and
I
enjoy
can't hold
the
a note
spectacular
anymore.
views
Are you
and
sure
some
you're
of
not
the
sick or
best
something?
food in the city.
My heart may be. The cruel bastard, he left me.
And you think he took your voice with him?
You don't understand what it is to perform, do you? He's not just my lover. He's written all my best hits. We were an unbeatable partnership. But then he up and left, leaving nothing but his songs behind. I tried to sing them, but I'm so angry at him I just can't get the words out.
So you're not heartbroken, just angry?
I don't expect you to understand.
You're right about that. I don't understand at all.
Wait a second. Would you be willing to go and find him for me? I'll make it worth your while. My word is good, I promise.
Why are you asking me?
Because there's no danger he'd fall for you and forget about me.
Have you seen Lightning? Come on. In the Fountain Square, Revelers Quarter, Lightning meets a singer called Olga, who has been abandoned by Birdie, her lover and songwriter partner. If Lightning were to find the wayward Birdie, it could help the diva get her voice back.
Don't hate me if he does fall for me.
If he does, I'll hunt you down, tear your hair out, and claw your eyes. Do I make myself clear? Anyway, his name is Birdie. He's the kindest, most gentle man in the whole city. He should be easy to find in a sea of undesirable men.
That's really not much of a lead, but I'm willing to help you out.
What prompted you to take on such a strange job?
I don't know.
Be careful around Olga. She's a bit of a diva, if you couldn't tell.
I checked my files on this.
Yay, Birdie, you're standing right there. Wow, she didn't look around very hard.
Hey, why are you running from me? I just want to talk.
I don't know any Olga. I mean...
It doesn't take a genius to figure out you know her. Do you know anything else about her? Like, where her missing lover is?
Oh, I can't keep this secret for any longer. I just can't. I have to confess it to someone, and it might as well be you. I'm her lost lover.
Is this your idea of a joke?
No, it's true, I swear. My name is Birdie. You know, the songwriter? I promised her my undying love, but now I don't dare face her. I unwittingly lost the 354th song I wrote for her.
Wait a minute. Did you say 354? That's a lot of songs.
Well, you know, I had a few centuries.
You didn't run out of ideas?
Ideas come easy. I picture my Olga, and the melodies just come to me fully formed, as if from another world.
Huh. Better to be lucky than good, I guess.
But a dark cloud has blotted out the sun of our radiant love. In the form of a frightful monster that suddenly attacked me and stole that song away. Which, incidentally, brings me to the favor I want to ask. I'm sure you can guess what it is.
Why don't you spell it out for me, just to be sure?
Well, I was thinking that you could get my music back from that, monster. I'd give you a reward. Please?
You and Olga. Neither of you mind asking strangers for favors, do you?
Retrieving the satchel. Birdie's satchel was stolen on the beach in the lower city. Head to the far end of Central Avenue, go down the steps, and defeat the monster that stole the satchel. Alright.
There's something I just don't get. He said he's written over 300 songs, right? If that's the
House
case,
guards are conducting a search.
why can't you just write a new one?
Herself the
Now
Savior.
that you mention
She
it,
has rose-colored
I didn't
hair
even
and is
think to
carrying
ask.
an enormous
I just got
weapon.
caught up in their little game.
Citizens are asked to report
Well,
persons
then-
matching this description to the nearest security
Can you
officer.
play that again for me?
Oh, hey, your name isn't Lightning, is it?
And just how did you know that?
Oh, well, the girl in black told me. She said that if I played this song, a lady called Lightning would show up.
Lumina.
That's it, Lumina. She's the one who showed me how to play the song. So, do you know it?
Sure, I've heard it before. So why don't you play me the rest of it now? What's so funny?
That's exactly what Lumina said you'd say. She said that if I played the first bit, you'd come over to talk to me, and then you'd be sure to ask me to play the rest.
I'm guessing now I have to do something to hear the rest, right?
Yep. Lumina said if you want to hear the whole song, you're gonna have to find the musical treasure spheres. I've got a key that's supposed to open them all.
Alright. In the Champions Quarter, just off of Armor Alley, stands a famous Cactuar statue. Here, Lightning encounters a young trumpeter by the name of Morris, playing a very familiar tune. You can only play a few notes of the melody. If Lightning wants to hear more, she will have to collect the rest of the score from the musical treasure spheres. This is another of Lumina's gains, but it's maybe worth Lightning's while to play the song. While to play along.
Sorry, I'm trying to avoid getting involved in...
Oops.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted to say.
Oh, hey, Lightning.
I wanted to say this. There we go.
I'll play Lumina's little game, but not for my own benefit. Maybe if Snow hears that song down here in the streets, it'll give him some smidgen of hope.
Huh? Wait a sec. Are you saying this song has something to do with the patron? What?
I can't say, but I'll tell you what. You play me the whole song, and maybe I'll tell you.
All right, it's a deal. But you still have to do what I asked for first. Here's the key to the boxes. You have to find all of them. When you're done, come back and talk to me.
Cut it off. Yeah, that's not a very attractive ponytail, I agree. Alright. Objective. Music spheres. Well, there's one over here. And there should be one up over here. Silly has that ponytail? Huh. I never would have guessed.
We've got the finest stock.
Need as many of these as I can get. I don't have any malice stones.
See something?
Apparently this would be better than what I'm using. Interesting. Gordan Dag, that's an interesting sword. Might be worth picking one of these up. Sure, I'll get that.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Okay. There we go. Salvation. Much better than what I'm using now.
She is armed and considered extremely dangerous.
Yay, I got fireworks from that chocobo lady!
Calling herself the Savior, she has
That's good, Piamet. I'm glad. Hey, Metagird.
She has rose-colored hair and
one
is
of the
carrying
guides.
an
What is
enormous
it?
weapon.
You don't know where you are?
Citizens are
I
asked to
can help.
report persons matching this description
Well,
to
he
the
didn't help
nearest
very much.
security officer.
There you go. Got the music. I think there's a quest over here as well.
I just got fireworks from a chocobo girl.
Palace guards are conducting
This
a
city
search
is the
for the
best.
intruder calling herself the Savior.
Huh.
She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon.
The champion's quarter.
Citizens are asked to report persons
What do you think you're
matching
playing
this
at?
description
Selling
to
out
the
poison?
nearest security
Make me
officer.
stronger. It almost killed me.
I did warn you that the use of my concoctions is not without risk. In short, you were warned.
Not without risk? You're a crook and a charlatan, you hear me? Huh? I'm done with this place.
A pit of violence
All
and
right.
aggression.
Did you really sell poison to that man?
Of course not. It was a fortifying brew with centuries of alchemic theory behind it. I assure you it should be highly efficacious for most users. Sadly, it appeared to disagree with that gentleman's liver, or perhaps spleen.
You're an alchemist, right? Don't you people claim to be able to turn lead into gold or something? I don't think I buy it.
That is an unfortunate stereotype, all too common. Alchemists are natural philosophers dedicated to unlocking the mysteries of our physical and spiritual worlds. The search for ultimate truth is the core of our ancient art. The transmutation of base metals into gold, that is a mere byproduct of our inquiries.
Mysteries of the physical and spiritual worlds? The ultimate truth? Sounds ambitious.
It is. We perform experiments, observe phenomena, and analyze ancient records. Then we carefully record the results for future generations. It is painstaking work. Unfortunately, it is also capital intensive. The experiments I perform are very expensive.
Right. That explains the snake oil racket you have going on here.
This location certainly has proven beneficial to my research. Bounty hunters congregate in the area, and as you no doubt know, theirs is a dangerous profession. They are desperate for anything that might give them an edge, and that includes untested potions.
Untested? Does that mean you're using those poor dupes as test subjects for your latest concoctions?
They all sign the waivers. Perhaps you'd care to join my project. Ooh, you'd make a fine test subject. I have made a new secret potion that needs testing, but all of my regulars have refused to volunteer. You see, I've tried mixing two kinds of highly potent poisons. My theory is 2 wrongs will make a right, and the blend will have a beneficial effect.
In the Champions Quarter, next to the battle arena, Lightning meets a potion-peddling alchemist called Velno, who makes an interesting proposition. Velno has made a fortifying tincture by mixing 2 deadly poisons, and she wants Lightning to test it out. It sounds dangerous, but the potion might prove useful in battle. Hint: you must free up a slot for the potion in your recovery items inventory. Alright, why not?
Alright, I'm game. What do you expect it to do exactly?
It will lift your spirits, invigorate your soul, and protect you from hexes and ailments. If you are the kind of person who participates in slaughterhouse tournaments, then this potion will be perfect.
Alright, a vial of nectar.
So I'm supposed to drink it during a battle?
Yes, that would be the perfect time. And afterwards, don't forget to come back and tell me how wonderful it is. Please note that my potions are provided without warranty. Side effects may include dementia, gangrene, sudden death, and hair loss. Good luck.
Experimental potion nectar. I'm looking for willing participants to test my experimental concoction during battle. Drink the nectar when plagued with 1 or more status ailments. Report your findings to me. I'm not liable for any side effects, including death. Good luck. Yes, so I need a status effect before I drink that. I don't know where to get a status effect, but we'll figure that out. For now, though, we're going to pause the game and reset our recording.